Hello, I'm Janusz Lewiński and you're watching Break the Fake. They make them, we break them, and tell you everything you need to know. Alexander Lukashenko, the potato prince, the man, the legend, the walking meme. In his relentless quest to imitate his idol, Vladimir Putin, Lukashenko recently waddled into an Orthodox church, but patience doesn't seem to be one of his virtues. Standing quietly among the faithful? No, that's for peasants. Instead, he shoved the priest away from the microphone and launched into one of his classic monologues. Ukraine wants to drag Belarus into a war it cannot win, he thundered, his moustache bristling with righteous indignation. Oh yes, because everyone knows that the Belarusian army is far too busy guarding potato fields and ironing Lukashenko's tracksuits to engage in real combat. But he wasn't finished. Oh no. Lukashenko has a certain pattern. And no Lukashenko speech is ever complete without a zinger. And this one was no different. He certainly blessed us with one of his golden thoughts. And this is what he said. Better a dictatorship like Belarus than a democracy like Ukraine. Well, he's not wrong. Under his rule, Belarusians enjoy the unparalleled freedom of lining up for hours for imported sugar and listening to state-run TV broadcasts, which, by the way, could act as a tranquilizer.
Почему Володя Зеленский себя так ведет? Мы же нормально с ним, все были в хороших отношениях. Чего он вякает, чего ему не хватает? Ему дают команду. Надо всячески делать все, чтобы втянуть страну в войну. Если нас тянут в войну, это тяжелая ситуация. Мы можем не выдержать как государство. Поэтому я делаю все терпеливо, настойчиво, как Господь нас и Церковь учит. Делаем свое дело. Время даст всем оценку. Но нам надо выстоять. Пускай говорят, что мы тут диктатура, еще чего-то. Слушайте, лучше такая диктатура, как в Беларуси, чем такая демократия, как в Украине.
One has to wonder, does Lukashenko practice these lines in front of a mirror, or do they just come to him naturally? Either way, his speeches remain a masterclass in unintentional comedy. Somewhere in Moscow, Putin probably watched the broadcast and thought, this guy gets it. Sasha, you've proved once again that if dictatorship, like as a system, had a mascot, it would be you, the guy with a moustache, and probably wearing a tracksuit, also probably surveying a potato field. Lukashenko has this unique Soviet skibidi riz, and his capability of inducing brain rot, well, is unparalleled. Russia, the land where winter is coming, wasn't just a meme. It was supposed to be a prophecy for Western Europe. Remember those glorious days when Russian social media warriors smugly predicted frozen Europeans huddling around candle stubs, begging for mercy and for Gazprom contracts? Well, fast forward to today, winter has come, and it's not the Europeans who are shivering, comrades. In Chita, for example, where temperatures have plummeted to a delightful minus 20 degrees Celsius, thousands of residents are celebrating the season with frozen pipes and a festive layer of frost on their living room walls. And why is that so? Well, because the local heating plant, owned by a former United Russia mayor, keeps breaking down. And instead of fixing it, he tried to sell it to the city for a casual 107 million rubles. What a deal! Meanwhile, in Rostov-on-Don, 25 apartment buildings are also without heat. The regional minister shrugged and blamed it on a defect in the heating network. Defect? Oh, Sergei, that's not a defect. That is a lifestyle. And let's not forget Moscow. In the elite capital of Russia, residents are keeping warm the old-fashioned way, by turning on their ovens and hoping for the best. Nothing says superpower like a nation of people slow roasting themselves in their own kitchens. However, the Oscar for Arctic survival goes to the villagers in Zhigansky, Yakutia, where temperatures have dropped to minus 40 degrees. Inside their homes, it's a balmy plus 3 degrees Celsius. At this point, it's less Home Sweet Home and more survival reality show. So, next time a Russian propagandist types "winter is coming" with icy confidence, let's remind them, winter didn't just come. It unpacked its bags, made tea, and settled in for a long stay. In Russia, stay warm, comrades. And now it's time for the Russian army, where the strategy manual seems to have been replaced with a bottle of vodka and a shrug, presumably. Recent reports reveal yet another heartwarming story from the front lines. 5 Russian troops, fresh from psychiatric wards and mobilized from occupied territories, surrendered to 2 Ukrainian fighters. Honestly, they probably considered it an upgrade. Free meals, no more commanders screaming in broken expletives, and most importantly, no more meat wave assaults. Yes, in Putin's military paradise, the recruitment strategy has become beautifully simple. If it breathes, it can fight. Mental health history? Minor detail. Training? Optional. Ammunition? Bring your own, if you can find some. Oh, and if you're from an ethnic minority, congratulations, you just won the frontline lottery. But wait, it gets better. While these poor souls are sent to storm enemy positions with rusty rifles and kitchen knives, their commanders are busy building luxury bunkers far away from the action. Occasionally, they will pop up to deliver some motivational discipline, which in Russia typically involves fists, humiliation, and maybe a casual obnulienie, a fancy term for getting disappeared.
Шокировало там вообще война.
Ну а что там? Я не знаю, армия это цирк вообще. Меня там все шокирует.
Бывает, с увольнения ребята приходят, они бухие, их закрывают там в клетку, они лежат. А так штурма. Половина подразделений находится, ребята, они платят. И платим мы даже, хоть вот нас поставили в штурма, хоть я и командиру делал. Потому что приказ городной, мы каждый месяц по 30 тысяч платим, остальное мы сами питаемся, мы сами покупаемся. Ребята с позиции выходили, каждый на каждой точке сидит. Птичка пролетала, московская проверка. Мы должны были выйти, руками помахать.
На штурм нас заставили туда идти. Мы пошли туда, нас было 12 человек, потом еще 4 сзади должно было подойти. Сказали, если назад идти, то нас обнулят, расстреляют.
Хоть и не сдались бы, удачно все было бы, нас завтра все равно послали бы обратно. Сказали же, костями ляжем, эту полностью бассейн надо освободить, понимаете? Показывают украинские кладбища. В новостях потери по 200, по 150. Мы же не глупые, а когда, я говорю, где они вирусы, ребята, тогда украинские, если столько народу гибнет?
Ну, они же рассказывают, что тут уже одни наемники иностранные.
Я верил, что наемники.
А видел кого-нибудь?
Никого не видел.
Как вы относитесь к Путину?
Путин, я могу сказать, он главный бандит, вот и глаза ему. Это у нас в Башкирии ему так и говорят. Тапаш, могу сказать. А так и говорят у нас.
Как?
Вот Тапаш говорят.
А как переводится с башкирского?
Хуй и голова.
For many Russian soldiers, captivity is no longer a shameful fate. It is a retirement plan. Prisoner swaps offer better odds of survival than staying on the battlefield, where the life expectancy of a frontline conscript rivals that of a snowman in July. So, here is to the Russian army, a proud institution where courage is mandatory, competence is optional, and survival depends largely on how quickly you can raise your hands and yell, "I surrender!" Another tactical masterstroke from General Armageddon. And with this, we conclude this episode of Break the Fake. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.